Right, hi guys. I look rough because I am. Not hungover. Oh look, I'll just show you a wee bit. So look, it says you've got this all the way on it. Yeah. So anyway, we'll close that again. So that's going to mean something. Like I said, everything, literally every time I'm wearing any of my words or colours means something. So yeah, I'm tired because I've done that much yesterday, but it's just like, look, it's 3 personal goals I set myself, right? Like I said, I'm all about hard work. Like I don't like to get things the way that other people do. You know what I mean? It's part of just my life experience, but it is just who I am as well. It's like I like to put in the hard work to get something. You know what I mean? So it's like I make it really hard for myself on here too, because I don't even comment or anything from this channel. Do you know what I'm saying? It's but it's yeah, it's just the kind of way anyway, it's just kind of the way I am. That's a kind of introvert part of me as well, just kind of focus and blah blah blah. But anyway, so whatever that means to anyone, I think a lot of people that tune in me will get that. So I would have put some lip gloss on if I could find it, but I don't know where it is. So let's just get straight in with the chakra card. So like I said, if I do any filming later on today, because there is quite a good chance that I will, because I got up later, because I was going to go walk and I can't get to sleep till like ridiculous times in the morning. So, and sometimes I can still get up early, but it is what it is. But there's always tomorrow, so that's going to mean something to someone, and it's not going to happen on Mercury retrograde. So, like I said, the musical signs I'm getting today, again, it's like that every day with me, but I found that quite special because we were on the live yesterday. We were talking about songs that mention home, and like I said, I really love that song, and it's because it came on at the end of a film that I can never actually remember what the film is. So if any of yous know, or it might come back to, I was trying to Google it to see because it is annoying me. Because I think it was from when I was wee, I heard the song. I think it might even just be like a comedy and it comes on at the end or something, but whatever, it is really nice words. And I love the bit that's about don't pay attention to the demons that fill you with fear. Just know you're not alone. I'm going to make this house your home. It's all just, but it's that bit. It's like, don't let the devil energy, don't let the fear in your own mind or in other people put that fear in you. And that's really important, right? Because, so like, anyway, what we're saying with that is I might start like the zodiac signs. So I might start doing, it's funny, I always say zodiac star signs, I just say different things. But I'll probably just start, with Aries and Taurus. And I'll only do 2, or I might even just do Aries because I want to start them like on a new moon and then do like 2 a day. So, but that will just be where it's just my hands. Like I'll just sit and chill and do that in the living room. But I might even do that today because I am quite tired with everything that I've done. So there's something there about resting. And today's card was about, rest in your feminine. So whether that's like you're being guided to rest in your feminine because your actual masculine's coming towards you, or it's just rest in your feminine because you deserve to receive healing back and rest because you've been in your masculine, you see, because that's what it is with me. It's just like I need to rest because I gave out so much yesterday. But can I just say, I'm mind blown. Like I said, I shared that wee funny picture that someone had done a session with recently, like a soul retrieval, and it was all about boundaries, and but everything I do is all about cleaning energy, cleaning where you're trapped in your mind or spell work, healthy boundaries, self-love, manifesting. And it's just funny that says manifesting a boundary set. I was like, that's crazy. Because it was like right after, it was like the day after. And she also then saw like a notebook with her star sign on it too. So it's just crazy. Um and but that's one of the things that happens. Like every time, I'm sure she sees things like that every time after connecting with me. Like after we do a session, she always sees confirmation of what we spoke about. So and then also one of yous, I mean, keeping it all anonymous, but one of yous has contacted me as well. And like I say, people are what I'm feeling is the karmic justice is coming in for people. And I mean, so that's what I mean by Mercury retrograde going into Capricorn. It's not all bad. Believe me, it is bad for the people that have been like, if you've not been of integrity and you've treated people badly, it's, I'm praying for you, and pray, and like look at this, like I'm not kidding. They pulled me to that, so I'm gonna be my half asleep self on the thumbnail. Pray. It's like, it's not too late. Like if you have wronged people, like, pray for forgiveness from God, the divine, you know, say sorry where you need to say sorry, or if you're not in a place to say sorry to the actual person, like, maybe it is a thing where it's like say it's the friends or something, and then you go through a spiritual awakening and you're like, oh my God, like I was told Dec or whatever. Like, yeah, it might not be the place to, or it might be something that, I feel people can feel bad about things like years later. And so it's your call, what I mean? Sometimes it is a thing where you can go to someone and be like, look, I know you don't want to do me, but I just want to say sorry for how I was, or blah, blah, blah. And it's different for different people. But again, everyone's going through different things. So, just, it'll be interesting to watch around you, like who's getting bad karma and who's getting blessed. You know what I'm saying? But they're wanting me to say as well, like if you are the divine masculine energies, regardless of gender, where from an unawakened state, you haven't treated your twin right. It's kind of like that is the process that's just part of the process. And but that's that, like, you know what I mean? It's like that's what that means too. It's not too late to pray for forgiveness and see, just see the error of your ways, because it's all part of your awakening and your learning. But that is what it's about, is like until divine masculines wake up and see who their true twin flame is and see themselves through the eyes of God. Really, this is really deep today. Venus and Scorpio, all or nothing vibes. That's only when you can get to your twin. It's kind of like again, this is really intense, but they are getting me to say it. It's like when I said before about that whenever I've had certain insights in my dreams, because that's where a lot of my visions come through, and it's like I just always get that feeling that it's like I don't want anything with my twin flame until he's 100% awake. Like, and like I said, that doesn't mean 100% perfect. Like, it's just with everything that I've went through and with how hard I've worked on my own energy and just, yeah, like helping other people, it's like I can't I just can't deal with somebody that is not being 100% honest with me, and like that gets what this is between me and them. Like I've had an abundance of patience all this time. I've not got any patience for that. So that's why I broadcast it for whoever wants to take that on board. Um and like I said, that is good boundary setting, and that's good manifesting. You should want to manifest your union like that. Like, I'm all or nothing. So that really fits with that, doesn't it? Anyway, so that's going to speak to people. So what chakra card have we got? But yeah, I'm really happy. Like I said to that person there that emailed me, I knew when I was doing these chakra, it's not just a cute, oh, here's your chakra card. It's like, because that's what they want me to do. Because I'm disconnecting us from the old earth and connecting us to the new earth every day. If you're watching these every day, or even if you consider yourself part of the soul family, like, even if you don't watch them, that's the craziness of this. You're involved in this healing circle. And because I'm doing that every day, because I do it every day for myself several times a day, but when I'm doing it for everyone every day, yeah, I can see that it is working, because it's like where people fall into fear and let the demons get to your mind, like that song. It's things are happening. So, and that's why I do this. It makes it all worth it. I just think these stories are the first, like a couple of the first of many to come. So, like I said, I don't know why they just showed me that wee clip of The Longest Ride. Sorry, the name of that film's too funny. I can't handle the innuendos just now. It's just too much. I remember laughing about that with Charlotte when she was talking about that film, because I channeled about it when it came on the movie channel. Like, I don't know, it was start of the year or something. And but yeah, that film is beautiful. Again, I seem to remember thinking I'd like I'd watch it again. Like, but it is a lovely film. But anyway, the way that guy comes into all that money, it is like he's, oh, actually, that's like that. Yeah, like he's praying forgiveness away, because it's like he gets quite addicted, and like he just can't stop doing the bullfight or whatever it is. And she's like, look, I can't be around to watch you kill yourself, kind of thing. So it's change all these examples, but you know what I mean? It's like kind of similar. It's like if someone's completely self-sabotaging um through work, through being a workaholic, because that's like, how extreme was that? Like, I hadn't watched back that weekly reading, but I'm watching it back now, and I was like, I've done a few of the strong clips, but there's quite a few. But that bit about, I've said this for years, I say it all the time, like I've helped a lot of women in masculine energy with this, and you're out there. I think it's people that lurk on here. So I really hope that they take on board the message. Several women I can think of. But it's like, it's not going to be worth putting all that hard graft in, man, woman, whatever you identify as. If it works you into the ground, you lose your health, or worse, you end up dead. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people need to take note of that. And especially if this is real time for real energy, it's like, and especially not if it's like about people that are working themselves into the ground just to hand their money over to greedy bastards. Do you know what I mean? But it keeps coming through, so it must be relevant for a lot of people. There's something to do about, taking back your power and stopping people pleasing and codependency and stepping into your full power to say no, like putting a stop to it. And that's maybe why they got me to share that thing about manifesting and boundary setting. Like, I feel people really need to be doing that. Okay, so anyway, don't want to make this that long. Perception. Yeah, so that's a heart chakra card. So I feel people are changing their perceptions towards situations in their life in isolation. So that feels, again, remember I read that one the other day. That's about people going inwards to heal and probably to pull back, retrieve back their energy from the people that are taking energy vampires. Because it isn't just about like people that are at you for money. It can be like, again, what I said about your energy as an expensive currency. It's like, that's what I always say about me. Like, for instance, like it's rare that I'm like, well, it's not rare, it's just like that is not what happens to me. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like, let's say like that's whether you see that as a limited belief, it just hasn't been my experience as of yet. Like, I'm always looked after, but money is not, it's not a main driver for me. But it's like, and because I'm genuine and integrity about that, it's like I do know that one day, and actually it's one day very soon, because I know by my chart and I know by my age, that it's like when you are genuine and you're of integrity, because God is always watching. That's why I always say pray, and that's why they've led me to this. Because literally it just caught my attention when I walked in the room half asleep, because I really am half asleep if you can't tell. It's, yeah, that's when the good stuff comes to you. So part of the good stuff, yeah, is money, but it's like that generational wealth isn't just money. It can be like your dreams coming true in many different ways. But that's how you retrieve back your power, is by cutting your energy off from people that are taken. So, make sure it's on your terms. Like I said, like when I share my healing energy, it's on my terms. Like, even right now, like, you know what I mean? It's like I'm doing this for me. Like, I'm doing this for me because I'm showing up every day and I'm helping others, and but it's paying off in different ways, because it's like when I get emails of people saying that, some people that have been stuck in things for years or decades, and some people that have just had annoying things that are like, there's blocks coming from every angle to get them to, for them to get to their twin, or for them to get to the next stage of their life before they get to their twin. And it's like, when I pour out all this energy and love and support and genuine want to see people win, and it comes back with you like that, like you said, there's no greater feeling than that, than knowing somebody's getting the freedom back, and I know from me that genuinely being happy for people, it comes back around, you know what I mean? And it's like, listen, I don't pray every day for money, put it that way. I pray every day for other things that'll make me happy. And then that happy, and then things that make me happy attract that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm here to teach people a different perception specifically about money, because the money system, that as we know, is going to collapse. It's fully, there's blood in people's hands. It's dirty money, a lot of it. It's just, yeah, anyway. So a lot of the even books and that are written about money and that, I've read a lot of them, and I don't always agree with most of them. So anyway, emerald stone, the heart knows what the eyes cannot see. We're already in Capricorn moon now, so you might be, so that, yeah, that's why. Like, that's why pray. Pray if you've wronged people, and keep praying if just keep praying either way. Don't pray when things are bad. Pray every day and be grateful for what you've got. Because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn delivers good karma, but it also delivers tough lessons and bad karma if and look, it's not a coincidence the page on the other side is gossip. So yeah, if you've made it your mission to gossip and lie and be horrible about people that don't deserve it, pray for forgiveness. Cut it out would be my opinion on that. But again, a lot of people don't believe in this stuff. But I'm saying I don't know, because I can feel it though. I can feel, so share in the comment bits or email me bits. Like, I can feel. I think there's going to be actual proof in everybody's lives of not so nice stuff happening to people because they've wished ill on others. Which, like I said, I always just send nothing but love and an intention for people to heal. I don't want to tap into that. I don't like it, but anyway. A young princess wanders into the untended garden. As she claws through the decaying undergrowth, she finds a brilliant emerald stone. Emeralds about everlasting love at the heart. Something like that. The stone speaks and tells the princess to open an old wooden door. She enters a dark corridor and the door slams shut. Afraid, she moves forward until her hand fails upon another door. It opens the reveal, the same garden she left behind, only now it's beautiful, filled with flowers, butterflies, and birds, and it's magnificent and familiar. Oh my God. I did read that on one of these days before, or I read it on Charlotte's one, right at the start of this. But whatever it is, what I get from that is about the unawakened twins, that their perception was totally different because you didn't love yourself, or because they didn't love themselves. They didn't see you the way that you are in truth and always have been. Or you didn't see them, whoever's listening. And now it's like going back to the same person, but seeing them how they've always been and how they really are, because you love yourself and accept it. That's the twin flame journey, and that's really beautiful. And that's why it is all about forgiveness and unconditional love. Do you know what I mean? If you truly know that that is your twin flame, it means you'd be turning your back on yourself and not forgiving yourself, which again, lots of people do though. You can share lots of people, can't forgive themselves or things. Anyway, that's all stuff I'm going to help you in personal therapy, I would say. Often our journey brings us full circle, leaving us to wonder why things happen. And again, I really do feel a lot of the unawakened twins, or the ones, that are woke up now, it's like that's where they've been like, how's this all happened? How's this, why did this happen? Emerald Stone teaches us to follow through on whatever is before us. Going back is not an option. I might title that, Going Back is Not an Option. I'm sure I actually said that last night. It's like what I said is after that 11/11 portal, it's nothing was ever going to be the same. I said nothing is ever going to be the same for people. That's the one I said. That's the one on Ko-fi, right? It's only 20 minutes, but it was 20 minutes of gold if it was for you. And again, I might put it on here at some point, but I was just guided not to until I'm guided to. But the general gist of it is that, yeah, it was divine masculines that had a sudden awakening epiphany. What in my life needs tending? How good will I allow myself to feel? Yeah, so it's about forgiving yourself and allowing yourself to receive what it is you do deserve. Like, even if, you have come from a place of, like I said, like an unhealed place and very shadowy, like everybody does deserve forgiveness. It's like if you're praying for forgiveness and you're seeing there are your ways and you're right your wrongs, like everyone can be forgiven. What's not acceptable is, when people come back love wise, or people come back friends wise, or people come back and you're like, and it's like they talk to you like nothing happened, or like it wasn't that bad, or they try to play it down, because that's like gaslighting someone, like getting you to think that you've imagined how bad the treatment was or something. Like that's not okay, and don't accept that from anyone in your life. Karmic anyone, twin flame anyone, know your worth. um and I think a lot of people need to hear that, because that's where I think a lot of people get it wrong in the twin flame journey. You think, oh, it's my twin flame, so I'll just take all this shit. And it's like, no, like actually it's really weird when I got up and I was making my coffee and I was half asleep, I was actually remembering a really uncomfortable memory. I think I've shared this before. I have shared this before in a live. I don't know why they're getting me to say it now, but I'll say it. That I was actually, I'm going to be a bit horrible with myself for a minute, but I was actually the biggest mug ever. But it came from a loving place of worrying about people when they're drunk. And anyway, a karmic person in my life I was out on a night out in my pal at the time, and yeah, someone had called me and was like, look, I can't remember, it was just some sort of shite about like needing me to come and get them. I mean, why somebody would need me to come anyway, so blah 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 blah. I went um and found that the said person, didn't look like they need saving, and it was just an absolutely, I mean, it was just it was control. It was just because they could, and that's what I mean about that's a karmic person that's like pulling at your heartstrings. And like I said, it doesn't matter whether this is romantic related or a friend. Like I was just always that type of person that if somebody was in trouble, I'd go and help them. Like if it was 3 in the morning and I was in my bed, I wasn't even out, I would go and help them. I mean, I don't drive, but like I would You know what I mean? I would get on any kind of fucking transport, I'd get a taxi, I'd waste my own money that I never ever have, you know. And it's kind of like, and that's why I'm always like, you know, it's yeah, anyway, so there's something in that. Um, but this is the real sort of interesting bit, right? That on the same night, I actually saw my twin flame. So, like, as I was going to help this person that basically didn't deserve the help, um, and I knew, you know, I could feel I was like, I'm being a total mug here. Like, I was just like, you know what I mean? Like, and I just, but it was, again, I now know it's a trauma bond. And like I said, it's even when you're like, right, you know, nothing like I don't know, even when you know, it's like you're still, it's like what I said, it's like trying to come off heroin when someone's got their hooks in you like that. And because anyway, it was obviously a past life that I had with this person. And because I literally woke up one day and it was like I just knew, oh my god, I could see what, oh wow, now I know why they're getting me to say this. So let's hope nobody fucking tunes out anyway. But like my whole perception changed because like literally overnight. And it was because it was like, and that this is going to blow somebody's mind that was just emailing me something. It was because that karmic cycle was done with that karmic partner or false twin flame. It's like I suddenly my whole perception changed towards them, and I woke up and it was like I remember I was on a counselling night course at the time, and this woman and me were talking about past lives, and and I always say this, right? Now this might sound crazy, but I mean it's no crazy than anything else. I feel she was an angel or something because she was an older woman and she said to me, I was telling her whatever was going on in my life, and she was like, you know, that sounds like a past life. And she was kind of saying, like, you know, I don't think that is your soulmate or anything, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't sound healthy. And oh, that was it. Oh my God. I think they're trying to tell me that the divine masculines are having moments like this because it was actually it was a dream that I had, and the dream that I had was I was at sea. Oh my god, this is like the Da Vinci Code, all the breadcrumbs and the signs. That card last night said to the sea. I was at sea in this dream, and it was like the phone was crackling, and I can't remember all the details, but it had something to do with like someone from my past, and then it also had my twin flame in it, and it was like whatever happened, it was like in the dream, it was like, you know, the karmic person went out of the dream and the twin flame clearly was in the dream. And I think that again, that was one of those signs leading up to me realizing who my twin flame was. But again, I probably wasn't even using the word twin flame. That might have even been before I realized what I was. Anyway, but the point is, it was karmic cycles completing because although that was many, like, you know, that was like over how many years ago was that for me? That was a long, you know what I mean? Oh, I just can't even. I get mixed up with all the timings. Um, a long fucking time ago anyway, and it was a karmic thing completing. But I just remember that older woman saying that sounds like a karmic soulmate, and when you're ready to let that go, you will. And all I know is I woke up. I don't know how much later it was, but I woke up one day and I felt completely different. My whole perception had changed, and I could see what everybody else was trying to say to me for too many years. And and even then though, like even then there was other guys that I was getting pulled to, like that was kind of tricks, you know what I mean? Still always like, you know, really I know why they're getting me to say this, because this is like what the divine masculine goes through. It's like, but you notice this was me when I was younger, but I always say that, like I feel I was in that divine masculine energy when I was younger, and then I shifted into it. So it's really quite interesting, I think. So it's basically like I went through what most people are going through like in recent times, but I went through it like as a teenager. It's really strange, but that is what, and I've never ever heard anyone else go through it that way. But that's my soul likes to be different. Um, but yeah, only anyone that was in my life at the time would know what I'm meaning by this. Um, and then yeah, and then I'll not go any further because then it was just all the magical signs. After a tiny bit of confusion, all the signs slapped me in the face about who my twin flame was, and there was just never any confusion from that day on. And that's probably why I've like found it hard to understand at first why people don't like why people can even get confused and why people don't know. And I had to trace it back to like, ah, no, right enough though, you know, because right at the start I have always been transparent about that. that it was always I kept being pulled back to the path. But it always seems different for me because there, it just seems different because it's not like my twin flame was like wanting to be my boyfriend or anything. So it just didn't even seem like a big deal. Um bloody bloody blah. It'll mean something to someone. Um Often our journey brings us full circle, leaving us to wonder why things happen. They wanted me to read that again. Transformation in the heart, change in perception, the unknown, promise of a richer experience, beauty, open-heartedness, appreciation. The whole point of me saying that though is I really do believe if you go through something like that and you were confused at some point, even if it was like me and it was ages ago and you weren't using words like twin flames, you were probably using words like love and soulmate and all of that. I really do believe if it's your true twin flame, I feel they have to mirror you at some point. I really do. And it's not like at the exact same time. Some things can be the exact same time. And like I say, I already know from what I've worked out that me and him have mirrored things in our earlier life before we even met. Just because of the night I met him, like we both just split up with someone like really recently. But it's yeah, anyway, blah blah blah. Right, so let's get into this. I don't know, I'll need to watch it back, but whatever. I've shared that before in lives, but I do get it. It's just karmic cycles completing. It's Capricorn moon. Mercury retrograde is in Capricorn. Capricorn is about karma, it's fated, it's destined. You're destined to learn your karmic lesson and karmic completion with the karmic partners, whether it be romantic or friends or anyone in your life, a karmic lesson. And when it is, it'll be like that. You'll just wake up one day like I did and you'll just know there's no going back. Like, I can't even believe I even held on that long. And you just know. And that clarity that I had, nobody can ever understand the freedom that was like for me in the closure. And that's what you want your twin flame to have. You want there to be absolute clarity, freedom, and closure, and knowing like there's no going back. Do you know what I mean? Like no hesitation whatsoever. That's what I feel you would want from a twin flame. You don't want this kind of wondering, are they going to go back to the past? No, that's why you let people play out their karmic lessons. You know what I mean? Very strong. So breathe in, telling yourself relax. Breathe out, telling yourself release. Breathe out, telling yourself relax. And imagine a cloud of sagey mist twirling around the top of your head. And that falls over the top of your head like a tornado from the top going all the way to the bottom. And it goes down the bottom. Oh my God. I didn't really do this full blown like what I usually do every day. So I'm doing it with you. And I'm burping too, clearing energy if you're new. I didn't say that. Everything I do is channeling, everything I do is healing, everything I do is clearing energy. I've been clearing energy since the 1st of December, and I'll probably do it right up until Christmas Day. So jump in and get involved and share your stories if you're able to. If you're not able to because it's not wise, like I know that some people that have emailed me, so then just email me though, just so that I can share them, anonymously that there's energy shifting for people. Because like I said, this is my version. I'm not doing the fuck it, let's go 5-day challenge because basically this is longer than a 5-day challenge. Like I'm doing it for like pretty much all of December or most of it, like a 3-week challenge. So people should be feeling their energy shifting. So and notice it's 3 weeks again. So it's like soul retrieval again. I just noticed that because if I'm doing it till just after the 21st, like, I'll probably do it till Christmas Day. So disconnect from the old earth of fear, lack, negativity, letting go of the karmic pain and the lessons, sorry, not the lessons, don't let go of the lessons. Yes, definitely not. Letting go of the pain and keeping the lessons. I feel I said it like that because I feel that's people that really need to forgive themselves for beating themselves up for choosing certain directions. Hopefully, me sharing that story helps people realize that it's all part of your path. That's why I live with no regrets. So, cut the cords if you're lacking negativity, the old earth, and connect to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance of your inner masculine and feminine, keeping strong, healthy boundaries, but also knowing when to allow the right people in, being receptive, and attracting the right people around you, whether it be twin flame or otherwise, anyone into your field, your energy, which is expensive currency. Yeah, I don't know why they keep saying it like that, but it's fucking true. We're sovereign beings. Not everybody's got your best interest at heart. So don't people please for people that would not do the same back for you and that don't care about you like other people do. That's again one of the reasons why they got me to tell that story. Like, it makes me cringe beyond belief, but I forgive myself that I bent over backwards in things to do with the area of romance for people, or you know what I mean, just guys, or like just going out my way to help people, full stop, that either aren't grateful for it or wouldn't do the same back. But I must stress that I never have any regrets because I learned from it. And just the same as, like, you know, I've been burned many times by helping people, and this, and you know, in the area of my work and stuff as well. But I always do really feel that's karmic lessons for me and others involved as well. And you know what I mean? It is what it is. You learn to have a sense of humour about it. Well, I do anyway. So pull up what you feel you need today, and then I'm going to read the meditation. So begin to imagine the emerald stone. When you see it, place it in your untended garden. Yes, I know there's lots of innuendos. I'm just going to ignore them. My guides keep making me say very weird innuendos, but it's Sagittarius humour. Feel waves of emerald light filling you with courage. Emerald stone may have some thoughts to help you. Listen carefully. So I'm not going to sit here all night, so something might come to you, but something will come into your dreams if not. When you're ready, see what has changed. So open your eyes if you even close them. So that's perception, but right, so because I'm not doing a twin flame therapy, I'll just do it in here. So where's the divine feminine at in the physical? Fucking tired if it's my wave anyway. What's so a lot of you might be feeling like this because the day that Mercury stations direct, I keep saying direct, even that's what I'm saying, that's so ironic, I keep saying that. Retrograde is tiring. So careful if you're traveling, careful you're driving, careful that people are always on autopilot. People are on autopilot when they're driving anyway, in life in general, but more so. Be chaotic, confusion. Oh, that's what I meant to say. So when I said last night or the day before, like, just note, you know, I hope you took note of how you were feeling, especially when it comes to your twin flame. And then just notice how over the next few weeks, you know, the next sort of 3 weeks up until the 20th of January, when it goes, you know, when we're fully out of the post shadow, notice how many people, because it's so interesting. Like, I channeled that a few days ago, and then I got other signs, like confirmation of the same energy. Like, basically, like, you know, notice how people might try to twist your arm into going in a different direction. And that's the test that you're up against. That's what that song means. That's the demons. So if you knew that you had a plan and you know who you want to be with, and then you find yourself being convinced otherwise during this time, I wouldn't trust that. You know what I mean? I would trust what you felt before it went retrograde. And again, the same definitely if you feel like you're being led back. Oh my God, that's why they told me that story. See, this is what I mean. Maybe when I was younger, when I wasn't as switched on and awakened to that past life astrologer part of me, I bet you I done things like that, like helped people from my past. Because again, like, I must stress, like, that guy that I went to help that was drunk, he wasn't my boyfriend at the time. He was my ex-boyfriend, but he wasn't my boyfriend. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, but like, you know, but that is obviously, like, you know what I mean? It's, if you keep people pleasing and being nice to people, then they will just take the piss. So really, it's like, you know, I was just being the fit, because that's just one of many stories like that. I've told the other one where I went to a club and so I'm kissing some, and then my friend well, told him a new one, and we say in Scotland was like, yeah, she just, I mean, that's the only way to put it. She was just kind of like, do you even realise how amazing this girl is? And I have no idea why, you know, she cared about you. But anyway, she said all this kind of stuff. And then this guy came in right on cue and was like, wow, you're tidy. And then, like, spun me round, and it was, yeah, it was quite good timing. But yeah, you know, why allow yourself to be treated like that over and over again? But I obviously had to be treated like that quite a few times to realise I deserved better. And that's why I say, like, although me and my twin flame were never a couple, whenever we did connect when we were younger, like, we were always like nice, you know what I mean? We just had fun. And it was just really, that's what it was. It was just, we had fun. And but we also kept our guards up and didn't really know much of each other's lives, including the parts I'm telling on this about the other side of it. So, okay, let's go. Listen, I've gone down the hide, right? If you want to know more, then you know where I am. You can hear the rest. Do you know what I mean? You can tell me your stories. Right. So, anyway, in the physical, where's the feminine at? And like I must admit, I have to let your light shine now. My light shines in this weird, unusual way. And I have to say as well, I've got complete forgiveness for whoever I'm talking about in the past. Anyone I've been linked to in the past romantically, like, yeah, complete forgiveness and hope they're happy. And yeah, because it was they're a big part of my learning and growth and whatever. Let your light shine. So, like I said, my light shines in quite an interesting way, doesn't it? Unique. But that's definitely what my chart's all about. And Aries, you know, Aries at the highest degree. It's about telling the truth, the raw truth. And that's some of the raw truth filtered a bit as well, to be honest. Oh shit, that's why I was saying that. So yeah, that is the story that I've told before, but they're getting me saying. So I saw my twin flame and he went in and kissed me. And that's probably like the one and only time I've ever body swerved him, which again, twin flame would not be happy about that because I never ever done that when I saw him. And but that's why. Because I felt it felt uneasy that I was like, oh shit, this is like it was like my worlds colliding. And like I said, I always make it clear I was not sleeping with two people at the same time, right? I hadn't. It's like, yeah, so I think that's what was a bit crazy about it. You know what I mean? I was just rescuing somebody that was like really drunk and they phoned the person that they knew would help. Oh, it's fucking crazy. And then anyway, it was like then when I got home, I realised and I was like, why have I just, you know, like I say, bent over backwards to help somebody that wouldn't do that for me and it's hurt me a lot. And I've just you know, well, I don't know if you'd say strong as rejected, but yeah, like, you know, I've just knocked somebody back from that I have a lot of fun and makes me really happy. But that's how we self-sabotage. And again, it might not seem that deep because I was really young and like, you know, he was twin flame probably just moved on to the next girl at the bar, but it's not the point. It's that, you know what I mean? It was that feeling of I didn't make the right choice there. So I feel there's other people that are thinking similar sort of thing. Where is the divine masculine in the physical while the feminine's letting her or his light shine? I was actually starting to think like when I watch this back, I'm gonna be like, I'll just be like, guys, I was too tired to do a chakra thing. Same. Let your light shine. Harmonize. So the masculine, the feminine, and the physical, the wave that I'm picking up on, are both letting their light shine, your light shine, and you're blossoming, becoming one with self. But becoming one with self, that is twin flame merging as well. And if you're not at that, it's the masculines that are choosing ease and grace, path of least resistance. They're like, do I stay in the darkness or do I go to the light? Fucking hell. And now I'm just realising that's like what I'm describing. I was like, you know, I made a decision like, well, I'll just stay with the trauma bonding and the pain and being treated like crap and that I'm not even with this person. Or do I have the inner child fun and well, just the hot fun and whatever, you know, like play with this guy that's, you know, lighting me up. And it's like, you know, that was a night where I fucking chose the past because it was a comfort zone. Oh, and then you can choose again. Pathway to true love. 1111 take me home, and that's just like backing me up about what I said about the 1111 portal. Changed things for people. And now we're in the 1212 portal. What is the divine feminine you surrender to then? Wow, that's crazy. Surrender your interesting. Surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude. Well, I've already said that in this. Be of service to others. Well, tick tick for me. And come from your heart. Tick 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 for me. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Right, well listen, like I always say, ego's not a bad thing. It's just if you get too above your station, then that's when you need to check yourself, right? And that's why I check myself often in public. You know, I'll say, oh, that's my shadow, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, only just literally last night, that was Michelle saying how humble I am and how humility is divine. Or so I liked what you said, and it's true. You know, like you said, if I catch people doing similar to me and they're getting too cocky or being like not realizing that you're being used as a divine channel, it just puts me off. But I'm not too hard on that because I know it is cool, right? It is cool when you say something and then it comes true and all that. It's just people learning, but hopefully that can kind of help people. But yeah, if you so wherever you do feel like you so for divine feminines, I do specifically feel like that could be like, yeah, I do think that because I do, I acknowledge that about myself, that I am very forgiving and I do have quite a weird sense of humor when it comes to all of this. Like I've always said that, like, look, I've always seen my twin flame as like a soul brother. When I say soul brother to all the guys on here and that, I think the same about him. So saying brother's a bit weird, but you know what I mean? It's like anybody that's seen the dynamic, like I just kind of whenever he was being like that with me, like making out like I was nothing to him, and yeah, basically that, making out like I was nothing to him. Like I just kind of like laugh and like, like there was one time we were actually out and it was like, I mean, we had this was before it got really bad, but it was like, we saw each other and he came and he spoke to me. It was starting to get awkward. And then I think I walked past him at the end of the night and he was chatting to some girl up and I was just kind of like, see you later, and like kind of, didn't shake my head, but I was like, see you later, and kind of laughed. And then I don't know what he thought about that. He would have been confused. He probably thought I didn't like him, fuck knows. But what I meant is that was just me just accepting, like I've said before, like there's no way he's not going to change anytime soon. So I just accepted it, but I knew who he was to me. And that's what was really painful about it. And I knew it was going to be a very long time until he knew who I was to him. How long's a piece of string? But I've just always had faith that because I'm so dedicated and devoted to the path, and like I always say, like it's just the fact that it's like there is nobody else for me. I don't mean like literally. Like I said, I know that I could get someday, but I wouldn't want to be sitting fantasizing and daydreaming and wishing I was a hit. It just makes you feel uncomfortable. I just couldn't do that. But anyway, look what the masculine's got. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Okay, now we know why I said that. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Can you see how important that was that I told that story? And that's why I'm saying, like, clearly when I was in those early 20s, I was in the divine masculine energy, allowing myself, like people pleasing, allowing myself to be treated like crap. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, surrender, worry. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body, focus on the power of your heart, and have faith that spirit is guiding you always. And this message keeps coming through that spirit is guiding the masculines to wherever they're guiding you. Um, do we do you want some of the intense ones? Although these messages were intense in themselves. Very intense. What else? Openness. Well, I've been open today, haven't I? Be open to accept divine guidance in your relationships. There's another one. Follow the signs. Where's spirit guiding you to? Challenges. All true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together. Well, I've just shared a few of mine. And marriage. I didn't feel that was going to come out again. A marriage of souls, a union of two divine counterparts blended together. But that's same backing up what I said, that your souls are merging, blending together. That's why you both got let your light shine. And heart. You begin to feel your heart beat faster when you are closer. I feel that bit when you're closer. I feel because the ascension cards are the same card and they're mirroring. I feel a union's very, very close here. Now again, we don't get to know whose it'll be a whole wave of people, but something's very close because there's just loads of cards about very soon, close, labyrinth, but you don't get to know. You're confused. Even when you feel lost, there's always a way through the labyrinth. Yeah, be present. Let go. There's a strong magnetic attraction here yet. The chemistry is pulling a union in. Deep emotions. Look deep within your emotions. Well, I would certainly go in some deep going into some deep reflection there. Yeah. And because of that, I'm actually quite knackered, and that's enough of that. I was going to do some of the message cards. How weird is it I've just picked up this when I told that story? God, I hope that doesn't mean my twin flame saw me that night. Like, yeah, I'm sure we can get over it. It was like over. Wait a minute. I don't know how many. Look, I left when I saw you with someone. It's so fucking weird that that's the card I just picked up. I'm saying that because it's like that night, and again, it's like technically, like you said, everybody in this equation was single. Well, to the best of my knowledge, like I was saying, whether twin flame was single or not, I don't know. Right? We lived fucking separate lives and lived at different ends of the town, so I really don't know, but I think so. But yeah, so if the worlds had collided, it would have been awkward. But it's kind of like just because of how intense we felt about each other. That I would always make out it's like, oh well, you know what I mean. We just sleep with each other now and again. So because you have to say that, because what else are you meant to say? But I knew that I really liked him and he really liked me. But he would say the same, like I don't know what he would say. But obviously behind that is knowing that we were twin flames. But I didn't know that at this point. But yeah, I wouldn't have liked that. That would have been really uncomfortable. I'm just think now I'm like God, now I'm like kinetic because it's like it was a club with 2 floors. If people local are watching this, they'll totally know the club where I meet. Well, there's quite a few clubs like that, but it was quite possible that you could, because I was embarrassed. Do you know what I mean? I was embarrassed as well that I was going to like what you do. No, I'm just helping my drunk ex get home. Do you know what I mean? Oh, that's a good place to miss. That's a good place to end it. A change in the wind. Yes, there's a change in the wind coming, and it's time to go the full distance this time with an unfinished symphony. Goodbye, peoples. Like, comment, subscribe. Book a session very soon if you want one. Otherwise, it's going to be like mid-January onwards. See you later. Oh, that's the emojis because I can't